Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to my channel. My name is Rivka, and I thought today we are going to talk about the change of weather and how it's affecting our body. And many people that have been suffering in the past or suffer with inflammation, things like fibromyalgia or any other joint inflammations and things like this, I feel that this is the time to actually go into action and get ready and start changing the way we eat a little bit, the way we drink, the exercise we're doing. What can we do to make sure that we are not ending up with a huge flare and big suffering, but actually going into the change of season with with really good results. So I took out a whole heap of stuff that I've been doing, getting ready for the change of season, and I thought I'll share it with you. Maybe it will help some of you to get ready and also to combat it. So you're actually not ending up in a big flare and then having to deal with it and slowly getting out of it, but actually having it before. So the first thing I was doing is I got those amazing herbs. This one is ajwain. Then we've got coriander. Then we've got fennel. I also have, just show you the little mixture I made here. So this one has the ajwain. It has ginger. It has turmeric a little bit. It has fenugreek. It has fennel. It has cinnamon. All those things, I roast them separately, and then I grind them into powder, and I take a little spoon like this once a day with hot water and a little bit of honey, and that really warms up the system and give us a chance to combat this inflammation. So that's one of our one thing you can do. Another one, if there's pain started to happen and if you're feeling it in your bones, usually when the weather change, is this lovely little fella. You only need to take a little bit of it once a day, twice a day. Very, very good as well. I make my own bread, and I found that if I mix the dough and leave it before I put the yeast, if you put yeast, I don't put yeast, but because I make pita breads, but if you do, I put the flour in a little bit of water, so it's moist, and I leave it overnight. That gets the grain, whatever it is you're using, if you're using barley or wheat, or if you're using spelt or whatever, to absorb the moisture. And so the day after, I start mixing it with whatever I'm mixing it, let it rise, or sourdough, or whatever it is you're doing, and the grain is already sort of a little bit digested because it's been sitting in water overnight, and it's much easier for our system to use. Vitamin C, I'm using kakadu plum, and I also use moringa. This one is a mixture of both. I just mixed it in that. I've got my moringa here already, taking it a lot. Golden seal, the mixture of teas that we have been talking about before, which is yarrow, horsetail, and thyme for inflammation. And yarrow is a really good oil as well, so I use it as oil in my oils. Starts having a bath once a day, which is really good. Here we've got some milk, like raw milk, that I put it in kefir, and so creates a really good yogurt. And it's much better than what you buy in the shop. It has no preservatives, nothing else. It's just virtually the milk and the kefir, and it creates its own yogurt. Really good for our system. For sweetener, I use the xylitol. So I bought a lot of xylitol, and I use it in whatever I need. And also I use honey. I try not to use sugar. Another sweetener, which is really good, is the carob. Carob powder is amazing for anything. If you have colds and cough, you can make it into syrup. And just every day to have it with a little bit of cinnamon or something like this to warm it up. It's a really, really good way of starting the year, that new season. If you need lollies, make your own. This is little gummy bears that I made. So this one, I call them swamp gummy bears because they're so green. So I make a really strong tea of stinging nettle and even moringa, and then I add a lot of xylitol into it, so it's really nice and sweet. Maybe a little bit of maple syrup or maybe a little bit of honey, whatever you feel like. If you want it to be warmer, because xylitol is quite cold, so those lollies are cool. They're not warming at all. But if you use honey, they will be. And yeah, and then I have little gummy bears to eat. I think it's really nice to add to the mixture a little bit of corn flour, or if you have banya flour that's similar to corn flour, it makes it even thicker, so then they're a little bit more chewy. But they're very nice, and I like to do them like this because it gives a color. I made another one with the blue pea flowers, and look at the color of this. It's gorgeous. And the gummy bears are really lovely. Hang on a minute, I'm sticking my fingers in there. Those ones are little flat ones. But you see the color. It's so pretty, and it's very tasty. So we can sort of, indulge ourselves a bit. Now, I have a mixture of moringa and pawpaw leaves. That's really, really, really good for inflammation. I'll just open it so you can see how lovely color it is. It's another thing you can make gummy bear with if you can't take it any other way. But you see, that's the color of it. It's absolutely beautiful. And those two doing really well together. Green tea, simple, good green tea. Please don't buy tea bags. Tea bags are useless. They're old usually, and they don't have that same aroma and the same wonderfulness as the tea itself. Go to a place where they sell good tea and buy yourself good green tea. It smells amazing. It's just a wonderful, wonderful healing thing is the green tea. What have I got here? I've got here stinging nettle. So now I powder the stinging nettle. I buy it or I pick it from my garden. I actually have a nice patch now. I dry it up and then I turn it into really fine powder. So when I make the tea, it's really strong and I can put it in soups and I can put it in anything. Very, very good for you. Makes your body feel happy. Dandelion is another one that I buy it like this. Dandelion root in one of those sort of things. And by the way, you see, I buy it from anywhere. I'm not trying to get to advertise anything. You get it anywhere you like. This is dandelion root, and then you roast it. It becomes like that, and it's very good for your liver. Wonderful, wonderful thing to drink. Better than coffee, I think. But one coffee a day is really not bad. This is calendula. So I like to have once a day a tea made of different flowers. So I can have calendula, I can have moringa flowers, lavender flowers, rosemary flowers, rose petal. Rose petal is cooling. So just to be aware that if you want to warm your system up, then probably rose petal is only for the color, but don't put too much of it. Things like there's a lot of cooling herbs, and I think at this time of the year we want to warm up, but you still would like to go on the colors. That's nice. This is ashwagandha. Now, I don't like the taste of ashwagandha, but I know it's really good for me. So what I've done, because normally I go by taste. If I don't like to eat something, I just don't have it. But ashwagandha is a very good herb. So I made a tincture out of it. I just got a whole heap of it, put it in a jar, stuck vodka on top of it, and left it for a couple of months. It's ready now, and I can put a few drops of it in my tea once a day at least. That way I get the benefit, but I don't have the taste so much. This little fella here, wow, that is Siberian ginseng. Same thing. I made a tincture out of it, and it's ready to start using, but you're not going to have time to start using the tincture straight away right now if you make the tincture. So I would recommend that you just get it and have some tea with it. That's it, a whole variety of oils. Again, I buy oils from different places, so please don't think that this is the companies you have to buy from. It's not at all. You do what you what you feel is good. Those one are the one I want to show you just because I have them. This one is from the Torah and it's called On Guard. I find it really good in the bath. I find it really good. It's very warming and very soothing. Really good to mix with other creams and stuff that I put on the joints. So I find it as a good oil, but you can get other ones that are different. This one is just rosemary that I put in this one. I buy a big bottle of rosemary. Good for the hair, good to massage into the scalp after you wash your hair. Really good to just put on something and breathe it, makes you happy. It's a really good oil for anti-inflammatory and a whole heap of variety of things, which I'm sure you can find the information for. Lavender is another one that I have. I buy it in almost half a liter, I think. Yeah, half a liter. And I just keep refilling the bottle. So because I use it a lot on almost in every mixture, I put a little bit of lavender. It's so, so good. So unless you're allergic to it, make sure you've got some lavender at home. I think this one is also rosemary. Yeah. Now this one is amazing. This is black pepper. And black pepper is really warming, but it's also very versatile because you can use it. You just have to put a couple of drops in your mixture. You don't even smell it. It hardly has a smell, but it's really good for the inflammation on the skin, for those red blotches that people get. It sort of takes it away. It's a really good oil for that, and I recommend that you have it in your pantry. Oh, gosh, I can't believe it. There's another rosemary. There you go. I just got a bay leaf. Amazing if you suffer from headaches or tension. Really good one to have. And there's many, many more. So I didn't bring everything in here because, I didn't want it to be too long. And also I figure that everyone has their own way of, their own smells. And really, smell is something you can't argue with. There's a great little saying in Hebrew, and the translation is that taste and smell is something no one should ever argue about. And it's true. And I really believe that if anything here you don't like the smell of or the taste of, don't have it. Your body, the more you listen to your body, the better you get, the better you know what to do with it. The better you can combat all sort of things that come up your way, if it's being ill or unwellness, or even some different smells that makes you feel really good. Somebody might say, oh no, that's not a nice smell, but for you it's divine. Use it. Something tastes really good, and I don't mean, like I know that people say, oh yeah, I like to eat a lot of takeaways. Well, takeaways are not good for you. The reason you like to eat it is because it has a lot of salts, and it's actually salt and sugar and other things in it that creates these things in the taste buds that wants to just, it encourages it. But you can create very similar yummy tastes when you cook your own food and you put really good spices and really good herbs, and you put the right amount of salt and a little bit of sugar or a little bit of honey or a little bit of something else that creates that great balance. And after you eat this for a while, when you go and have a takeaway, you go, oh my God, that's disgusting, because it hits your system and you get really, it's not nice feeling. So yes, it's when you get used to something and you think, oh, but it tastes good. Sometime you do have to go through a stage where you need to make those changes using your brain rather than your taste buds. But if you look at children, I tell a lot of people, children like sweet things. It's good for them to have sweet things. You just have to get the right journey of what good things. So you start with dry fruit and fresh fruits. And if everybody, the kids go somewhere and everybody else has lollies, and you say, I don't want my kids to have this stuff. The lollies are full of preservatives and coloring and all sorts of other things in them that are just horrible. But when you make your own, like when I was doing those lollies that I showed you, my swamp lollies, the only things, there's nothing not good in them. This one's have xylitol, it has stinging nettle juice, it has moringa juice, and it has gelatin, which I bought from an organic uh, it's made of the hooves of cows. So it has that collagen and other things that are really, really good for your body. Nothing that's not good here. Seriously, you can just eat it because it's good for you. And that's, if you want to give that to kids when they go to a party, they start learning to take their own goodies. You'll see that makes a big difference. Anyway, so change of season, time to do all this, time to have a hot bath once a week. Change your exercise routine a little bit. Make sure that you warm up slower in the morning. And good luck. Let's all have an amazing new season. If you are in one side of the world where you're going into spring, or the other side of the world where you're going into autumn, it is time to make a difference. I love you lots, all of you, and good luck. And just let's have a lovely season. And if you want to share this for anyone who needs it, or leave me some comments. If you need any information about all that sort of stuff, I will leave a list of ingredients, and I won't leave all of it because it takes for a while, but I will leave a certain list in the descriptions, and go for it. Have a lovely, lovely, lovely year. Bye.